Hey there, hockey fans. It's Scott Travis here, and I'm posting on my Scott Travis Sports News page on Facebook, and you can also see this video on Scott Travis Sports News on YouTube, and follow me at Twitter at Scott Travis SN. Okay, folks, you know I'm doing a video because it's Bruins Canadiens here on Saturday, November 7th. And I'll tell you what, folks, coming in, it's not that good of a matchup overall. The Canadiens come in at 12-2-1, 25 points with the most points in the league. They're leading the league, the Eastern Conference, everything. They've been on fire. They started out 9-0. Bruins come in at 6-5-1 with 13 points. They've been struggling, a little bit of inconsistency. We've seen that the defense has struggled. Tuukka Rask, our starting goaltender, has struggled. He's had some couple of good games, but you know, he's been called into question by people like me and everybody else that actually can understand hockey. But the good news is that Claude Julien, knowing that his job is still on the line, has decided to go with Jonas Gustafsson tonight in net. Gustafsson's career record against the Canadiens is 5-3-1, whereas Tuukka Rask, if you've been following hockey and following the Bruins and been frustrated like I have been over the last several years, comes in at 3-14-3, with a .274 goals against average and only a .906 save percentage. So I like the move because at least it gives us a chance to win the game tonight. And what it says about Tuukka Rask when he was asked, you know, how do you feel about sitting out? He says, I'm okay with it. What kind of number one goalie would be okay with being sat out against the top team in the league? Just saying. All right, whatever. Let's move on to who's actually playing and who gives us a chance. Like I said, Gustafsson's in net. And here's how the lines are going to shake out. Marchand, Bergeron, and Conley, who've been playing well together, are going to be a unit. We've got Louis Eriksson, David Krejci, and just called up from Providence, Frankie Vetrano from East Longmeadow, Mass. is going to be on the right wing. He had 10 goals in 10 games with Providence, so we'd like to see what he can do. Matt Bolesky and Ryan Spooner and Jimmy Hayes have been kind of solid the last few games. That's a good, solid third line. We'll see what happens with them. Fourth line is going to be Max Talbot on the left, Jonas Kemppainen in the middle, and Tyler Randall on the right. Randall obviously hasn't done a whole lot of productivity, but he did try to get a fight going and get the Bruins going the other night against Washington. Bruins are coming off disappointing losses to Dallas and Washington. Both had Rask in net. Not saying there's a link there, folks, but both of them, Rask were in net. On D, we got Zdeno Chara paired up with young prospect Colin Miller, who I think very highly of. I've liked everything I've seen from him. He was a scratch on opening night, which I thought was a mistake, but he's been in the lineup every night since, and he should stay in the lineup going forward. Torrey Krug is with Adam McQuaid, and the third pair is Joe Morrow with Kevin Miller. Now look, folks, the Bruins have not played solid, consistent 60-minute hockey the entire season. We all understand that. They've had defensive breakdowns. They've had all kinds of problems. They've gotten too many men on the ice calls. Last game against Washington, they had some dumb penalties from Brad Marchand. But the point is, this team has shown enough in the games that they've played well that they can play and compete in this league. Whether or not they're going to be in the running at the end, they had a pretty good season last year with 96 points and didn't get into the playoffs. So I'm not going to say they're a playoff team, but I think the positives outweigh the negatives, and a good effort tonight in Montreal, which with Gustafsson in net, at least we have a chance going into the game mentally of thinking that we're going to maybe win the game. Now, if we don't win, I don't want people to say, oh, whoa, Rask would have lost, okay, is my point. Gustafsson at least gives us a chance. So let's see what happens. Go Bruins. Don't forget Scott Travis Sports News on Facebook and YouTube, and at Scott Travis on Twitter. Go Bruins. Let's get this thing straightened out. Let's keep Claude in the job as head coach, and we'll see what happens after it's over. I'm Scott Travis. Thanks for watching. I'll be talking to you guys soon, and keep an eye out for my updates. Thanks.